So I'll be honest with you. Over the last year, I've been kind of on a journey to find the truth about resources that was available to us in our natural world that has either been withheld from us or simply not taught to us. There is a tremendous amount out here all around us in the woods, on the land that I grew up on, that I never knew about. And it wasn't until the last year that I really started digging, trying to find out what these secrets were, and thinking about what if something bad did happen. Would I be able to tap into those resources? And better yet, am I missing out on the benefit, even today when times are pretty good, on resources that's all around me, natural resources that's all around me, some of which we've viewed as nuisances, honestly. So yeah, stick around and let me show you what I'm talking about. You'll be amazed, and maybe you'll want to give it a try. So Yaupon holly, that's what I'm talking about today, is an amazing plant that's been around me all my life. I could not tell you how many of these I've bush hogged down over the years. It's growing all over our farm here in Northwest Florida. It's very vigorous. You can't hardly stop this stuff from growing. You mow it down and it comes back. A lot of people really consider it a nuisance plant, but it is actually a very beneficial plant. It is the only caffeinated plant native to North America, and it makes a downright good and healthy caffeinated tea or coffee replacement. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. I want to show you this plant in a little detail, and then I'm going to show you how to make the tea, and we'll give it a try. See what you think. Follow along. So this is an example of a Yaupon holly. It grows from 16 to 30 feet, and it is native to the southeast U.S. Really, it stretches from about Texas all the way around the coastline to Virginia, up to Virginia. We've got it all over the farm. You can see it's everywhere here. Yaupon holly tea was brewed for purification rituals of the Native Americans, and Native tribes would travel from inland America to the coast or near coast in order to participate in this annual ceremonial ritual. It was a purification type ritual using this plant. So we're going to find us a good looking plant here, and we're going to take some of these leaves off, and we're going to go home and make some tea, show you how you can make a caffeinated drink. Some might call it an energy drink. That's one of the main reasons that the Indians or the Native Americans used this. That was the only access to caffeine they had. We're going to make a tea out of it, and I'm anxious to show you the process. Okay, so we've got them inside now. We pour them out in a shallow pan. We're just going to get pick through here and get the stems, any trash that's in here out. Just leave the leaves. If you see any leaves that look bad or are dead or dirty, then pull them out. But you really shouldn't have a whole lot to have to discard here. You know, try to pick the prettier trees that you see. Now, we're in February here, so some of the leaves had yellowed on some of the bushes because we've had some pretty cold weather. Even here in Northwest Florida, we've had down in the low 20s, and that starts to stress these plants. But we were still able to find some bushes with some nice green leaves. So that's what we're doing. We're going to just clean this up a little bit, and then we'll be ready to put them in the oven. Okay, so we've got the Yaupon leaves now cleaned up and ready to go in the oven. We're just going to put them in this little countertop oven here at about 250 degrees for about 15 minutes, or until the leaves start turning golden brown. The longer you leave them in, the darker the roast, so the stronger the flavor profile. Now, if you want just a pure green tea, you can just dry the leaves, dehydrate the leaves, and make the tea that way. But we're going to go ahead and put them in the oven, get a light roast on them, and then we'll go from there. Okay, they're in the oven now, and before you know it, we're going to have some golden brown Yaupon tea leaves coming out. Keep in mind, this is 100% wild grown, wild harvested, organic, no pesticides, no herbicides. This is all natural, the way God intended it to be. And before long, we're going to be enjoying some delicious Yaupon tea. Okay, it's been in there for about 20 minutes now. Let's take a look at it. There you go. You can see this is what I would call kind of a light roast. It's just turning a little brown, and when you pick the leaves up, they won't crumble. You can tell they're dry. We're going to simply break this up, and this is the simplest method. Just pick it up and crunch the leaves. It's brittle because it's dried out, so they'll break up easily. And you can throw this in a blender if you want to. Maybe make it a little more uniform, but it's really not necessary. This is definitely one way to do it that'll get you some delicious Yaupon tea. Now, to make tea, you will need a French press. This French press right here is very nice. It is stainless steel, comes with a couple of extra screens. The glass will slide right out for easy cleaning. This is 304 stainless, I believe, and it's right there on the TikTok shop. I've got a link for it down in the bottom. If you like to pick up one of those, it's available. I highly recommend it. Okay, I have got my French press filled with about 4 cups of hot water straight from the stove. And now I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon per cup, so 4 of these tablespoons into there to get kind of a standard strength tea. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's in there now. Let's give it a quick stir, and then we'll let it set for 5 minutes, or steep for 5 minutes. And that's what we've got. We're going to let this steep for 5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to press it out and drink some delicious Yaupon tea. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes now. We're going to take and give it a quick stir, and I will show you what it's looking like. Smells good. That is what that looks like. You see the beautiful color to it. Now, we will take and press it using the French press, and this will filter out the tea leaves. Now, I like a little bit of sweet to my tea, and I like iced tea. So I'm going to go ahead and pour me a little bit. Look at that beautiful color. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see that. I'll show it to you in just a second. There you go. You can see that color. Beautiful color. Smells good. I'm going to add a little bit of Tupelo honey. Tupelo honey is, in my opinion, the best honey out there. It is only made in one region of the country, and it actually is not too far from here. So I'm going to put me just a little bit of Tupelo honey in there for sweetener. Give it a quick stir. Get that honey stirred around in there. Now I'm going to add a few pieces of ice because, again, I like iced tea, not hot tea. A lot of people like it hot, and that's certainly a viable way to drink it. But I just like it ice. So there we go. The beautiful, sweetened with honey, Tupelo honey, Yaupon tea, picked fresh from our farm. And let's see how it tastes. That is good. So it has kind of a green tea taste to it, but a little sweeter. It is surprisingly good. You really should try it. So again, that's Yaupon tea, picked wild right off the farm. Use this French press. I highly recommend it. It makes 4 cups approximately. And yeah, I'm gonna put this tea in the refrigerator now and drink it for the next meal or two. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Little caffeine fix.